Okay. All right. Now today, okay. Hello everybody, and welcome back to another session of the Market Outlook series. Me, Kavita Agrawal. I'm a SEBI registered research analyst, and every Friday I bring to you the Market Outlook. We will talk about the chart Nifty and the intersector chart analysis. Now today my net is less than perfect thanks to Airtel. Um, if you experience delays, don't worry. I will be uploading the session recording right after I'm done. It might take a little bit time, and I promise that recorded video upload on my YouTube channel will be much higher quality than what you're going to experience in this live stream. So without much delay, let's get started with today's session. So on the screen, you're now seeing the Nifty chart. Let's take a look at what the market has done this week and what that tells us about the forward-looking analysis. So this week we saw that Nifty has given some sort of upside. Okay, it is not a very good upside, but it is some kind of upside. Usually this kind of movement, little bit of an upside that is experienced after a very big decline is not to be trusted. You can see on the charts, I have two marked zones. One is around the level of 18,800, is around the level of 19,200. Now, in my Telegram channel, I've been telling people that on the upside, 19,200 acts as a very important resistance. We can see today that this zone has, this green zone that's marked on the chart has indeed acted as a very important resistance, because today, even though the market opened with a pretty big gap up, right? It opened around 100 points up. It did not really continue that momentum throughout the day. We experienced a lot of sideways activity, which was not very promising. Now, if we look at the 15-minute time frame, you'll see there is a lot of aggressive drawings done on the RSI. The reason of this aggressive drawing is that I can see when the market declined the previous time, it broke the level of 30 on a very sustainable manner in the 15 minutes. This is the indication that a new bottom can be expected. You don't have to go very far away to get an example of this. If you simply look at the way the price behaved when the last time the level of 30 was breached, you can see that the price was here when the level of 30 was breached. We could see some support coming. Us that there's not a lot of strength. Now, looking only at the prices on the 75-minute time frame, we can see there is a lot of volatility. Why? Because there's a lot of gap formation. There is a lot of, this candle was not a very good candle. Whenever the market opens at high and then continues to decline lower, that is not a good indication for the overall market. What we can see here is that there is the gray 75-minute time frame, which is basically the 500 EMA on the 75-minute time frame. Now, the 500 EMA is a very important resistance and support zone depending on which direction the price approaches it from. So what I can see here is that the 500 EMA is acting as a very important resistance here. My target on Nifty for this correction, which is ongoing right now, is 18,600. See that when the price started falling from the level of 20,100, it went 1,300. From there, it also gave an upside move of around 500 points nearly in a matter of 1 month, but then it continued to decline further. So far, we've only covered around 400 points. So we might experience maybe few more points of upside, but my resistance of 19,200, 300 remains strong. On the downside, I am expecting this blue line, which is basically the 200 EMA of the daily time frame, to get breached and the level of 18,600 to act. This was about the price action on the 75-minute time frame. If you look at the RSI of the 75-minute time frame with no regard to the price, the mere fact that the level of 30 was breached in the previous dip is it tells us that the speed with which the price has been declining is not good. Also, there have been a series of negative divergences, which again show that the price, the speed with which the price turns lower is a lot higher than the speed with which the price turns to go higher. Okay, the speed with which the price turns lower is much higher than the speed with which the price turns higher. This in general is a very characteristic feature of a bearish market. So we can expect a little bit more downside in the market for sure. That being said, there's a lot of stocks with a lot giving a lot of a to some extent that is also true. But remember, while the stock market is full of opportunities everywhere, you are not in the market for any opportunity. You are in the market in a rush to allocate your capital. My members of the Trade Together program have been messaging me all day long today that, ma'am, the market is in recovery. Maybe you should start buying stocks. My answer to them is right now that no, this is too early. We need to wait for the market to give us a little bit more confirmation. This conviction is coming from the analysis done on the 15-minute time frame and the 75-minute time frame that I have just shown you, because both of those time frames are indicating that the bearish momentum is still intact. This little bounce that we are seeing, it looks more like a bearish market bounce back rather than the resumption of a bullish trend. So don't be impatient. On the daily time, we can see this blue line, this light blue line, which is the 20 EMA, giving being approached. So 20 EMA and 100 EMA on the daily time frame are both going to act as an important resistance on the price of Nifty, that is the broad market index. Okay. Another thing, histogram, which is basically I use the MACD to analyze volumes, and I think it gives a lot better results. What I can see is that the volume has been increasing since the price started declining market. Now, if you see here, the volume in Nifty was increased up to 4th September. The price hike that we saw from 5th September, sorry, the price rally that we saw from 5th September all the way up to say the 18th of September was experienced on a declining volume. This was an early indication that we are losing strength. The rally is losing strength. Here you can see that when the rally was still strong, the volume was still getting stronger and stronger when the price was increasing. But the last leg of upside that we saw the volume declining there. That is a telltale sign of a bearish market resumption. And this, what we are seeing, increasing volume when the price is declining, is a telltale sign of a continuation of trend. So this is the analysis on Nifty. And on the downside, 18,800 will act as a support, but the target on Nifty for this decline is 18,600 personally. Now let's move on to the chart of Bank Nifty and see what we have to analyze there. We'll start again with the 3-minute time frame. On the 3-minute time frame, again I can see that the 3-minute time frame, see the three purpose. If you want to do present day analysis, type trade with Kavita in Telegram and you'll be able to join it. I'm also pasting the link in the comments for you. I share a lot of informational I share a lot of knowledge. As you can see, I like to share what I'm observing on charts, my analysis methodologies, some a lot of repetitive questions from members. So I like to give answers on those days. I post daily market commentary to help people make the right assessment of the market and so on. Okay. So if you are interested in connecting with me, joining my Telegram channel is a great way to do that. Okay. Now, talking about Bank Nifty, let's move on to the 15-minute time frame. On this 15-minute time frame, again, what I can see that there was a bearish indication and we've pretty much reached the resistance on the RSI also. I am not seeing any significant reason to believe that, we will continue on the upside. So 15-minute time frame looks weak to me. Again, here what I can see is that there was a volume pickup somewhere here that is up to this point. Okay, this is the point where we experienced the volume pickup. You can see this point coincides with the decline. Okay, the volume pickup pretty much stopped when the price started going up, and this price upside has happened against declining volume. Right, it's very evident on the chart if you're doing the observations properly. So again, on the chart of Bank Nifty, also the common theme prevails that this upside does not have the strength. So what do? We don't make fresh positions. Whatever little positions you have, maintain stop losses on that. It's happened after a lot sitting on 70% cash, and that is because I am a long side only trader and I only trade in cash segment, right? My objective in the market is very simple. I'm not here to make money. I'm here to make consistent money, which means if I want to be profitable consistently, I have to make sure that I have strong control on my losses. Video yesterday explaining this same concept, and the video has been uploaded on my website exp-invest.in/ttp. If you're interested in understanding the mindset that you need to have in order to do right kind of trading, be sure to go and check out that video on my website. It's not on my YouTube, it's on my website. Okay, exp-invest.in/ttp. All right. Bank Nifty 15-minute chart is weak. 75-minute time is also not looking strong because we got an indication of a bearish range in this decline, and another price correction can be experienced here. What should be our downside target on Bank Nifty? Do you see this big marked, this big green zone? I think Bank Nifty should come down to retest this. There is also a trend line passing through that zone. So I am seeing around 4 to 5% weakness in the next few days in the Bank Nifty as well. So 41,400 is where I would think my target to be. With this, let's move on to the intersector chart